Hey guys, this is Owen.
And this is Noah.
And welcome
To the Hey Brother Podcast. Hey brother,
Hey brother.
how's it going?
It's going pretty good.
This is the first time anyone is hearing our voices
Yes, it is.
outside of being present with us.
Yeah. Just so you know, my name's Owen, and
I'm Noah.
yeah.
These are the two voices you'll be hearing.
So, no, I have a question.
Yes.
When people listen to this podcast, what do you picture them doing?
Well, I picture them doing the dishes.
Oh, really? When I
Yes.
listen to podcasts, actually, I do dishes.
Is that like the thing to do?
No, actually, most of the time. Well, how I got into podcasts is I was grinding on that Zelda Breath of the Wild, getting all them shrines. And I was just like, wow, this is really boring listening to Link walk around. So
Just little footsteps.
so I just decided I'm gonna play a podcast, and then I just put on a podcast, and like,
Which podcast was that?
to be honest, I don't remember.
You don't remember?
No.
He doesn't remember the podcast. So
Yeah, I don't remember the podcast that it
but
was.
was that what started it? Like, why did you think podcast, not music?
Because podcasts are long.
Yeah.
And it gives me, I don't have to change songs frequently.
All right.
And then that kind of moved over to basically playing any game I don't need sound for.
Mhm.
Like
That isn't basically like really intense.
Yeah, like-
but it's like grindy.
the Binding of Isaac. Now whenever I play Binding of Isaac, I just throw on a podcast.
Will you ever like purposefully play Binding of Isaac just so you can listen to a podcast?
Yeah, honestly, I don't like. It's either when I'm driving. I can't just do like a high intense thing and listen to something. It just doesn't work like that for me, at least.
Because I personally, I love listening to podcasts while I'm driving. I like listening to it while I am playing video games, whatever it may be. I will find an excuse to do something just to listen to a podcast. That's how
Right.
much I like podcasts. But what you're going to get on this podcast specifically is going to be a mix of things, ranging from music to food to life events, whatever it may be. And we're really, we're not set in one spot, so we'd like suggestions from you guys.
Yeah. If there's anything you guys want to hear, you can just comment below. And also, if you like the show, just maybe share it with a friend, because
That's how love happens.
love happens that way.
This podcast is love, and sharing it equals more love.
Sure. So, do you have any plans for this week?
Today actually, I have a very special concert that I've been looking forward to for a while, and it's the 21 Pilots concert with their new album Trench being out.
Oh, really?
They are doing a tour, and tonight is the Cleveland night.
I know you like 21 Pilots, but listen, I have a different opinion of
Yes.
21 Pilots. It's okay. I know there's going to be a lot of sinfulness towards a lot of people, but I am not a fan of 21 Pilots because yeah, they put out a few songs that I like. Like
He
I
likes a couple of them.
yeah, I like
Like
My
My
Brain
Blood.
and My Blood. That was a good one. The big one, Stressed Out. That was a good one too.
You liked that song? I thought you didn't like that song.
I liked it.
Oh, okay.
Because that's when they got popular, and I was just like, but if you
so
noticed,
like them when they're popular.
no, that's when the crazy people started coming in, and that's why I'm not a big fan of 21 Pilots for the most part. Yeah, they have a couple good songs, but for the most part, it's filled with crazy people,
Well,
and I don't want to associate myself with that.
I mean, okay, if that's the reason you deny them is because of their fan base, it's a little bit silly.
Here's the thing: they're realizing that their fan base is crazy too, because
really? Explain to me.
because in a song that they did, I saw this on Instagram.
Yes.
They sang Stressed Out at one of their concerts, and they changed the lyrics, basically explaining how the real fans, I'm using quotations there, they don't like that song because it's overplayed and overstayed. And he's saying maybe if I change the lyrics, they'll like it again. And that's gotta hurt for them. Think about it. They have to be on the urge of not liking their fans anymore.
I don't.
They're very
I
exclusive.
don't think that's what he meant by it.
You have to agree. They are an exclusive club that only a few people can get into.
But it's not exclusive. But like to say that you don't want to like their music because of their fans, you're literally taking yourself out of the equation in any single way. Like you're like don't like them because of their fans.
It's like Nickelback, right? Nobody wants to admit they like Nickelback, but
I don't know. We have a friend that kinda is diehard for Nickelback, especially the new stuff. He loves it.
Look at this photograph.
But I mean, I kind of see what you're saying because it's kind of a guilty pleasure artist.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think so with 21 Pilots.
Why?
Because like their music is, all different. It doesn't have the same sound to it.
I guess, but he shouldn't rap. He sounds awful rapping.
Excuse me, sir. What bounds do you have to say that? Are you like a rap studier? Do you have a college degree in rapping?
No, in my opinion, he just sounds whiny.
I don't know why you're saying that. I'll be honest.
Do you disagree?
I do disagree. I think he's actually a really good rapper. His voice may have an acquired... It's like, you can't... Some people may not like his voice, but you can't say he's bad at rapping.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
So, it's like an acquired taste.
Yeah, that's a good point. I understand that, but I can't ever put myself there. I'm sorry.
That's fine. I will respect you. But someone like your boy, Jon Bellion, I don't like his new song that he came out with.
Really?
Really, I don't like it that much.
Speaking of which, Jon Bellion came out with a new song last week, and I have to admit, he is my favorite musician there is right now.
Pretty much ever, I think. I feel like you will find any excuse to praise this boy. Oh,
he's such a good guy overall, and like he pulled a sneaky boy and got married behind everyone's back.
Did he actually get married?
Yeah,
like for real.
I think so.
That wasn't just for the song.
I don't think so. No,
the song's called "Conversations with My Wife."
Yeah, right? I should preference that, and it talks about. Well, I think it's real because he talks about like this other person in his life. Have you listened to the lyrics?
Yeah, I've listened to the lyrics.
Okay, well, he talks about how no matter like what happens to him, she'll always support him, and like a lot of the times, like she'll always be with him, and he basically says, "You can take everything away from me, but my wife will still be there for me."
He doesn't want to be a digital Jesus. This is what he says.
Digital Jesus.
That makes me feel uncomfortable.
Do you understand why he says that, though?
Explain it to me a little.
He doesn't want people to look up to him and be like, you know what I mean? He doesn't want people to be like,
okay.
He doesn't want he wants, he likes his fans and stuff like that. He loves his fans. But, like, he's just like, if his followers went away, he doesn't want them to be like, where did you go? He wants them to be like, happy for him, if that makes sense.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
At least that's what I interpreted from it. He might have a completely...
It just seems like such an odd way to phrase it as a digital Jesus, but
he had followers. That's why Jesus had followers.
I got it. His disciples, whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then someone else came out with another single, Post Malone.
Oh, yeah, Post Malone.
About 1970.
No, we didn't.
Oh, we haven't talked about 1975.
The 1975 came out with a new song, and honestly, this song, I like the 1975. They've always been a good band to me.
I showed him the 1975.
Yeah, he showed me Girls. A lot of their songs I hated at first. Like, it's a very acquired taste band, and like not a lot of people like him at first. At first, when he showed it me, I was just like, this song is not good. And then I started listening to more and more songs, and I was just like, okay.
I guess they're okay.
No, and then I started loving the band. And then, but this song that came out, it's just not doing it for me. I don't know. It's just, it doesn't sound like them too much, and it's very weird.
Yeah, and I have not heard it yet, so I can't weigh in on this. Mm-hmm. But you said the more you listen to it, the less you like it. Right?
Yeah, that's what I said earlier when I was telling you about it. But it's just not for me. Not gonna lie. It's just there's something that's not doing it for me.
Interesting. Is it different from their other music? Like in a different, does it feel like a different genre?
That's the thing. It sounds like them.
Like them?
But it's so weird. You'd have to listen for it to yourself to get a good like opinion on it, but like
a good feel for it.
Yeah, they tried doing this one thing that I just feel doesn't work. Also, yeah, like you said before, Post Malone came out with a new song.
Mm-hmm. Sunflower.
Yes,
I love it, and it's for the movie Spider-Verse or Into the Spider-Verse. And it's like, okay, so it's too short in my opinion, honestly.
The song?
Yes,
I agree.
Because the Sway Lee is in it with Post Malone. And once Sway Lee finishes singing, it goes to Post Malone, and then like the song feels like it ends. Like in a second.
I agree.
And I kind of was hoping for more, but like the stuff you do get is short and sweet, and it's beautiful, and I love it.
Yeah, Post Malone has been doing a lot of different stuff recently. I don't know if you noticed this or not. Like, just like in his personality, I follow him on social media and
he
stuff.
cut his dreads.
It makes me sad. His new hair is good and all, but like, it really makes me sad that he cut his hair. I loved his hair, dude.
I don't know if I loved his hair, but it's weird to see it not there because like ever since he's become popular, he's had it.
I hope he grows it out again. You know he's giving away a Bentley right now?
That's insane. I didn't know that.
Isn't it amazing?
That's crazy.
And it's not like, oh, you win a Bentley, but here's all this tax. We're going to have to pay $5,000 and just to get this Bentley. No. It's tax-free, and they'll ship it to you for free.
Imagine getting a car shipped to your front door. Like in an Amazon package.
No, you get to drive around in it with Post Malone. Isn't that great?
That's awesome. And imagine him singing songs to you while you're
I've said ever since I've like listened to Post Malone's song and seen Congratulations, like the music video for it. Like I would be like, this is a guy I want to hang out with one day.
He does. Every interview that I see with him, I'm like, that just looks like a guy who wants to have fun.
They could, like, honestly, people like can beat the crap out of him. On like verbally, verbally.
Oh.
I should preface. They can beat the crap out of him verbally, and like he'll just take it and just like have his head in the clouds, be like, yeah, that's okay.
That's great. Your opinion, man.
Yeah, no, like I've never seen him mad. Like you haven't seen any videos of Post Malone freaks out a little bit this weekend and punches a fan in the face. No, it's all just. Post Malone gave all his fans hugs today.
Wow, look at that.
What a great guy. Yeah.
And he also saved a kitten in a tree. Like every great guy does.
Oh, yeah. He's like Mr. Incredible.
Good old Mr. Incredible. Speaking of Mr. Incredible, I'm sure there'll be a bunch of people dressing up as him this Halloween.
Good transition.
With the Halloween coming up, we actually have a couple topics we'd like to talk about, ranging from costumes to candy, and we may even tell a couple spooky stories.
Yeah, if you like any of this, just let us know. If you're just like, hey chief, that ain't it. You don't have just let us know. So Noah, what's your favorite Halloween candies?
My favorite Halloween candies are gonna be Twixie Boys and Skittle Boys.
Okay, well, this is a little weird. Why do you choose those two though?
Well, Twix, fantastic candy, and if you just eat the caramel, you're weird. But the cookie on the bottom is really it's a foundation that just is a beautiful topping with the caramel is a beautiful topping to that foundation of the cookie, and I don't know what the cookie is. It's like a graham cracker kind of consistency.
It's a crunch.
A crunch?
A crunch.
What is it? Crunch.
A crunch is just it's like not a, it's not a...
Is that a real thing?
No. That's how I refer to, like, stuff, like, in, like, candy bars. It's just that crunch, you know?
That's a crunch.
Why Skittles? That's a weird one, to be honest. Like, it's not that weird, but, like...
Okay.
Compared to other candies, there's some better candies
out there.
Are you
hating on Skittles? What do you prefer? Sour Patch Kids? Oh my gosh.
Okay,
never mind.
My list then. Okay, my list also starts off with Sour Patch. Well, it starts off with Twix. I guess I spoiled my second one. It's Sour Patch Kids too. And the reason why I like Twix so much is because it's got that crunch, like I said.
That crunch.
That good old crunch. And then,
when you go into that store and you're looking for that crunch, and then you see the Twix bar, and you're like, that's that crunch right there.
That's the thing. Like, okay, candy bars, they're like, the cracker in it, it doesn't have any give. Like, it has give, you know what I mean? Like, you can easily break the cracker inside.
That means it doesn't have give.
Yeah, that's why I said. I mean, it doesn't. It doesn't have give. So like when you
yeah,
break a normal
just-
cracker, it just goes and then like. But with the stuff inside, it's like a crumple up. It's like crushing. You know those foam videos of like people crushing
yeah.
It's like that, but in cracker form. That's why it's the crunch. You know what doesn't have that? Literally anything outside of candy.
Well, the foam does, but I wouldn't eat foam.
Well, I'm talking about food.
I know. But I agree. You're not going to get an argument that Twix are not good because they're so good.
Yeah, some people we know. Well, this one person in particular, we won't name any names. But they only eat the caramel off the top.
They throw away
the crunch.
The cookie, the crunch.
You can't throw away that crunch.
The crunch still a crunch. They throw it away.
By the way, we have to note, if you hear laughing in the background, that's our producer, Patrick. He's going to be...
Patty.
Producer Patty. He's going to give us... he's going to help us with the next segment. But after this next topic, I never got into why I like Sour Patch Kids.
I mean...
I have to note, though, Sour Patch Goods are only good in small quantities. And let me explain why.
Because your tongue will get decimated if you eat
Correct.
them longer. Yeah.
No. Yeah, you can't do that.
You know?
And you can't drink any... Like, you can't eat anything after Sour Patch Kids. It makes everything taste awful. It's literally like, if you're going to go to bed and you want to grab something, like, just stick your hand into a bag of Sour Patch Kids and go to your room.
Hey, Timmy, go brush your teeth. I'm eating Sour Patch Kids, and then I gotta go straight to bed. I can't brush my teeth.
You're not brushing your teeth that night.
What are you talking about? Are
You're
you
eating
for
Sour
real?
Patch Kids, you can't do anything afterwards. I'm not going to lie.
All right, you guys, you'll know when he hasn't brushed his teeth because he was eating Sour Patch.
What's your least favorite candy to get?
Dots. In that stupid yellow box.
I have to agree. Dots are not the best. They just stick to your teeth. It's just all around not enjoyable.
It feels like you're chewing on wax.
But there's some diehard fans out there for those.
No, there's not. I've never met a single person.
No. My little sister, she loves it. It's her like one of her favorite candies.
Please tell me you trade with her. Like, have you ever traded candy? Like at the end of the night, like you come back, you dump out all your candy.
I'm not gonna lie, they do taste good though.
For real?
I think Dots taste delicious.
Well, then why is it your least favorite?
I haven't talked about my least favorite yet.
Oh, okay. I thought you were agreeing with me that it was your least favorite.
No, I said it was bad.
Oh, okay.
Okay, what's your second least favorite?
My second least favorite is black licorice. And if you like black licorice, you're the devil, basically. So
They call my dad the devil. My dad loves black licorice.
My dad loves the lick as well.
Oh, God.
The black licorice as well. Doesn't mean he's not part devil, I think, because black licorice is disgusting.
All right, I have to just rewrite my list. No, I'm just changing one. The worst candy you can get of all time after this one is black licorice. I agree with you. I had to change that. I had to agree. Honestly, sorry. No. I'm glad you said that because you brought up that black licorice is, in fact, awful.
The devil's work.
But the devil's work, that's not devil's work. The devil's work is those stupid little dots on paper.
What do they taste like?
They taste like crap. They're awful. they literally are just like sugar in a little tiny ball, and you're eating paper and sugar together. And it's awful. It is literally, you can't pick one up without eating. It doesn't
wait, do you get these on Halloween?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever gotten this in, like, trick-or-treating. Trick-or-treating.
Sheeting? You're sheeting trick-or-treat?
Well, sometimes I take a sheet with me if I'm a ghost.
Continue with your dot paper. Well, they're just awful. Like, you're eating paper, and, like, honestly, you taste a lot of... You know how, like, sometimes you can taste, like, dye, and, like, you're like, oh, that's a lot of dye. It's sugar, dye, and paper.
I really don't think I've ever had these. So it's
my gosh,
is it hard?
It's awful.
Is it hard?
It's just like these little hard pieces. Like they're not even big. Like
I mean, I saw a picture of them.
They're about this size.
A size of
one of them.
Of like a pencil eraser.
Yeah, about the size of a pencil eraser. Like this, the top when it goes into there, right there.
Really? Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, they don't sound good. They don't sound pleasing.
No.
But like
I'm fired up now.
I've never seen these ever. I don't think, like, for real.
Well,
I've only seen, like, because from the stores, like, you get there were these things that they were kind of like those fruit roll-ups, but like they were dots. They were like chewy dots that you would get, but they were like kind of like fruit roll-ups. I've had these before. I don't know if anyone else has had these because I haven't seen these in forever.
Come on, Gushers?
Not Gushers.
I'm joking. I'm joking. Yeah.
Gushers were like a treat for me as a kid.
Honestly, if you
That
think
was like
about
a
it,
candy.
Gushers, they were good at marketing. They made it seem like they were the best things in the
Well,
world.
they made it seem like you were literally going to explode.
Even though they were so disappointing, they were amazing.
Honestly, I had some Gushers recently. Was not disappointed.
Really? They were actually gushing?
I mean, I got some Gush. A good enough amount of Gush.
You got that Gooch Gush?
I got that. What did you call it? Crumch. I got that Crunch Gush.
No, that's a Crunch is only for candy bars.
So then it's that Gumsh. I
Gumsh.
got that
Sure,
Gumsh.
you got that Gumsh. No, that doesn't work because that would imply that there's a crunch with it. Because that's like a that's the thing with.
You're making up things.
I know this is my made up thing, but like you can't. There's no crunch with the what is it?
Crunchitize me, Captain.
Gushers.
Captain Crunch is the greatest.
No.
Well, what are you gonna be for Halloween, Owen? When you're trick or treating,
Well, I want to talk about this first. Like, I don't think Captain Crunch is that really your favorite?
That's really my favorite cereal.
I mean, it's good, but like, it's not. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is so much better.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I mean, you can get that from like French Toast.
This is gonna sound crazy, but I love Life cereal. Like
Life
I was
is really
raised.
good.
Okay. I'm glad I'm not the only one.
No, for real.
I was
Life is
raised
really
off
good.
Life. It makes you feel healthy, even though it's not. Like it's just like, oh,
I mean, it's better than
it provides life, but no, it doesn't. It provides death.
Mom, I'm gonna die. You haven't bought Life in like a month.
It's like the Whole Foods version of Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
No, okay, that's what I was just gonna say. Is they have a cinnamon version of Life?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's so good.
That's what I'm referring to. Cinnamon is the only good kind. The other bland stuff is just
the bland stuff. I kind of like bland cereals in a way. I just kind of like crunching on things.
I like whole grain
like-
Cheerios. Those are good. Multigrain.
Those
My
aren't
bad.
Yeah.
Those are good.
Honey bunches of oats. Have you had those?
Honey bunches of oats. Yeah.
Like
those are great.
those explode in your
mouth. No. Here's the best though. O's. Have you ever had O's?
O's? I have.
You've never had.
I haven't had O's.
Bro, these are literally the best cereal ever. Like I know I refer to
What
my
are they
dad a
like?
lot, but like my dad gets these for his birthday.
What do they taste
It's like if a Honey Nut Cheerio was better.
like? Well, I don't know if I've
It's
had
very
Honey Nut
crunchy.
Cheerios even.
Excuse me?
Excuse me?
What? Hold on.
I've not explored.
That is like when you're referring to cereal. That is cereal.
I mean, okay, I agree. Like that's what I kind of think of when I think of, but I don't think I've ever eaten them.
That's so weird.
That is a little weird, I guess. Now that I'm saying it out loud.
But O's are
Have you
the
ever
best.
had grape nuts? Do you
No,
know what
and I
grape
don't
nuts
think
are?
I don't
You've
I
never
don't
had
want
grape
to.
nuts? No.
Is it literally just like old people cereal?
It's an old person cereal, but my dad's got me kind of hooked on it because it feels like someone just shredded up bark and put it in a box, and then I pour it into my bowl.
I know what this
with
is.
milk.
And I don't want, I've seen this. My dad ate it one time, and I don't approve.
But it's like literally the epitome of the crunchiest food ever. I've never eaten anything crunchier.
It doesn't have crunch.
It does though.
No.
It has the ch that you're talking about.
No.
Yes, it has the crunch. That's what
Crunch.
you're talking about.
You have crunch. This is crunch. There's a difference.
No, I'm saying it has the ch in crunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I didn't get what you were saying there.
So I'm just saying, if you're looking for crunch, add a little bit of sugar on there. It's good. It is good.
Okay.
But
We're gonna get into. Okay. So we have this other idea that we're gonna say. Just let us know how you think about this as well. Our guy in the background, Patrick, we love him. Has come up a pile of lists that we each need to include in a story.
so like a list of words that we need to include in a story, and it's going to be a spooky
4
story.
words to be exact.
Not the 3 words. I love
Yeah.
you, but the 4 words. Let's create a spooky.
I love you too. Hey, I love you too.
Oh, I love you. No, this one is let's create a spooky story. That's more than 4.
Let's create a spoopy story. That's 5.
But if you count, do you count the A?
Let's make spoopy stories.
There we go. All right, let's get into it.
All right.
Who's starting first?
No, well.
All right, I'll go first.
All right, show them the words.
Tell me the words.
The words are mushroom, tea, coconut, and bass.
Or is that base?
Base.
Base? Okay, so one day, a little boy named Timothy was walking through the forest, and Timothy noticed something strange in the forest. It was a bass. He saw a bass out of water. It was flopping around. This was crazy to him because it was next to a mushroom. And this mushroom was especially different. It had a face.
Really?
It had the face of a man.
Is it Toad?
It was not a toad.
Is it Toad from
It wasn't Toad from Mario either. I mean, you might have spoiled my story. No. And this mushroom with a face on it, it frowned at him when he got close to it. And Timothy inspected this thing like crazy, but the mushroom kept frowning at him. And so Timothy walked away. He went over to the bass, and he saved the bass, and he threw it back in a pond that was nearby. And the bass thanked him, actually. And then in the distance,
this is very scary.
Hold on, it's getting there. In the distance, he heard a howling.
Oh.
And so this was like close to where he just came from. It was the direction he just came from. So he went back, and the mushroom was still frowning at him. But then he was like, I know it was you, mushroom. I know you howled at me. This isn't scary. So
I knew it was you, mushroom.
Timmy.
I knew it was you.
Timothy then walks away again. The mushroom howls again. And Timothy climbs a tree and grabs a coconut.
What is his story? And then he throws it at the mushroom.
No. Timothy cracks the coconut up
with his bare hands. Wow. What is Timmy like?
Timmy's 5 years old.
Wow, good for him.
But he's been in the gym making gains.
Oh, for real? Like, was he like? Did he like lift his mom? Like as soon as he popped out of the womb, was he just like bench pressing his mom?
Exactly. Timothy was born with a 6-pack and abs the size of a tennis ball. Wait, what abs? Not abs. Okay, going back to the
when
story.
Timmy was born, and when Timmy was in the mother's stomach, whenever he kicked, she would have internal bleeding. This was a strong baby, let me tell you.
Timothy was born a man.
Okay, get to your story.
So Timothy cracked open this coconut and drank the juice, the sweet coconut water or coconut milk. What is it called? It's water, coconut water. All right, he drank the coconut water, and this imbued him with the powers of a werewolf. And Timothy jumps off of the tree as a werewolf now and attacks the mushroom. But the mushroom comes alive. The mushroom literally turns into...
It was howling. How is it not already alive?
No, the mushroom grows legs, hands, a body. He is a man now.
So you're telling me this isn't Toad?
This is not Toad. It is I can't... So... This mushroom literally turns into Arnold Schwarzenegger of the fungus world.
So, like, okay, show me his body. Is he like...
I just told you.
No. Is his head the mushroom only, or is like...
His head is the mushroom, but his body looks like
Who's
Arnold
stronger,
Schwarzenegger.
Timmy or the mushroom?
We're about to find out.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I almost spoiled your story for you.
So Timothy takes it upon himself to fight this mushroom, and this mushroom fights back hard. Timothy, you thought Timothy was strong coming out of the womb, bench pressing his mom? No, this mushroom bench pressed 2 of his moms as a kid. And that is insane.
I think their own mother. They're just like they have their elbows on the ground and they're just like going down. And
so he bench pressed himself twice.
Yeah.
And Timothy realizes quickly that he cannot beat this mushroom, and this is no longer spooky at all. I realized I cannot make a spooky story on the spot, but I'm gonna finish it. So Timothy,
you need to work on your spooky story.
I need to work on my spooky story skills. Timothy realizes that he cannot beat this mushroom. So he goes and he's trying to find some herbal remedy in the forest to take down this mushroom. And he finds tea. And he cooks up some tea and chucks it at the mushroom, and the mushroom dies.
So here's some
Let's hope your story
errors.
is better than
Okay,
that.
one time I got it. Before I get on to my story, here is the issue with that. The tea would make the mushroom stronger because it's
Why
like
is that?
because it feeds off of life, bud.
Tea is not alive.
Mushrooms are.
So you're saying the mushroom...
It will make it stronger. Noah.
Tell your story.
Okay, what are my words?
Make
Computer,
it better than mine.
paper, fangs, underground. Okay. Well, I gotta take
Set
like
the
30
tone,
seconds.
set the
Okay.
tone.
Okay, so
It was a dark...
no. Okay.
What?
What?
Was it a dark and spooky night?
No, actually,
What
it
was
the
it?
middle of. It was not a dark and spooky night. It was 4:00 in the morning, right before the sun was up.
The sun was about to set or rise
Okay.
at 4 a.m.
Let's also name this guy Timmy. Timmy, our night shift guard at the park,
Mm-hmm.
was walking around and he heard. It's like
Yes.
yeah, just like a little.
A tapping or a footstep?
It was like, it was more of like a banging of a drum, like do
Okay.
like that underground. It was like so he put his head to
And where does Timmy work?
the park. He's like a park ranger.
Okay.
So he put his head to the ground, right? He's just like, and he heard it louder. He's like, do. And then he looks over, and then he just looks, and there's this cave. Can I see my words again? Sorry. He sees this cave, and he goes down. Like he hears that it's coming also from the cave, so he starts going that way, all right, towards the cave. And then it sees that it goes really deep underground. And then as he's walking, he hears growling. It's not like
that
I'm
the
gonna rip your
mushroom?
face off. It's just like don't get close to me.
Okay.
Don't get close to me.
Okay.
So it's not scary.
A defensive.
It's like a
Back off.
and he turns on his mag light. He's like, and then he doesn't see anything.
So this was his imagination.
So he keeps on going, and he hears.
Yes.
And then it just takes out. You just and at the bottom of this cave, there's one light. It's just hanging there, like one of those bulbs.
Swaying?
It's swaying, yeah. And there's a printer underneath it. Okay, this is in a cave.
Yes.
There's no wire leading to it, so it's like really even more creepy.
It's
You just hear
advanced. So the printer's printing.
and it's taking pictures, and it's showing pictures of him walking behind him, and he's looking at the printer. Okay, so as it's printing out these pictures, and it shows him entering the cave.
The pictures that are printing.
Yeah, and then like the printer is like it's printing one more picture, and as soon as it falls out, he sees that it's a picture of him standing there in front of the printer.
That's creepy.
And then and then it shows a picture of his face,
Okay.
and there's someone behind him, and he's got big old fangs.
It's
Big old
Dracula.
fangs. It's not Dracula.
I want to suck your blood.
I want to print the paper. Okay, and then like, so he runs. He keeps on running, and then he loses his. By the way, it's getting like he lost his flashlight. Right, he dropped it.
Is he running at this?
He got scared. He's just started running in the dark, and he hears over and over and over again.
Dracula again.
And then he hears like not the defensive, but like.
This one wants
This
to
I
bite
want to
your face.
murder your
Okay.
face. And then he comes across another room. And this one has a computer on it. And then on the computer it's just playing some dubstep. Which you don't even realize. I don't know why.
Is it Skrillex?
It is just like so the thing who
That's
brought
a
him
banger.
down into this cave made him trapped. What you didn't realize was that was the end of the cave. And you just heard and it gets louder and louder and louder, and then it fades to dark. You don't ever find out what happens to him, because that's how scary stories are scary, because you don't know how it ends.
And then all you see on the printer.
It's my story, Noah. And then you just see Then yeah, you're right. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Then you hear and it opens up and you just see his head. It wasn't off or anything. It was just a picture of his head.
A little bloody.
And he's just like smiling. He's just like taking a picture with Dracula. And his little parrot that was making the noises.
Happy ending, right? Spooky stories end
spooky
happy.
with a happy ending.
You know, Dracula and Timmy come friends. You know, they can walk the park together now.
Oh yeah, he eats all the people that come on that night. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, that was interesting. Yours was a lot more spooky than mine.
Mine wasn't even spooky. Yours was just seemed like all over the place.
Well, it was because I'm not good at telling stories in the first place. And then when you give me random words, of course it's going to be random. And you kind of were making fun of me the whole time from the mushroom point, so I'm like,
I'm sorry,
fine.
yeah, that was my bad.
You know, whatever. But I liked my story. I would publish
yours was a good story. I would make it into a small novel.
A small novel?
Small novel.
Yeah.
Smavel.
A smavel.
Yeah.
We need to just start shortening words, honestly.
Make things... No, crumsh is its own word, okay?
Crumsh is like, it's a mix of two words, but it's its own thing. Like, it becomes its own thing. Like, that's what you see as a Twix bar now.
I agree.
Is crumsh.
Crumsh.
But that's the end of the podcast. Hey, brother. And, you know, it was our first episode, and, you know, I think it went well.
So did I. Tell us how you thought of it, honestly. If you want to hear anything else, like, if there's anything you didn't like, just be like, get out of it. Just, like, be like, no, don't
Unless it's one of us. We can't really kick each other off.
Just so you know, yeah, we can't do that. But we're probably not going to do stories again just because we were just doing a Halloween special.
Well, unless you guys like the stories. We might have to bring them back.
We could do Christmas stories.
Yeah, Christmas stories. Kris Kringle stories.
Kris Kringle. Krampus stories.
Krampus, yes.
All right, is there anything else you wanted to add?
I just wanted to say thank you guys for making it this far, if you made it this far. And I wanted you guys to, you know, like the video, share the video on any social media that it may be, whether it be Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat story. Maybe you want to be check out that.
Oh, that's nice.
And then put the cover of our cover photo up there. That'd be pretty cool. Whatever you want to share it. Even if you want to go out in public and like get on a milk carton and start preaching the word of Hey Brother.
Just make sure you mark down that we're not missing children. We're just having a podcast because that's what you put on milk cartons. Is missing children.
I was talking about like a milk crate. Sorry.
Oh,
like standing on a milk crate. Not. Or if you want to put it on a milk
soapbox.
No. Soapbox. Thank you so
much. All right.
So thank you guys, and this is Noah and
Owen
saying "Unhey, brother."
Goodbye,
let us know if you
brother.
like that, by the way. Unhey, brother is what I'm going to go with.
All right.
See you guys.
Bye.